Have I gone live, Mr. Wheeler? Okay. Okay. There we go. Lovely. Let's turn my sound right down. Oh, good afternoon, Helen. Hello, lady. How are we all doing? Right, that one seems to be up to date now. You alright, lovely? Oh, let's shift some stuff, shall we? Let's move some bits out the way. Hi, Sue. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jackie. I know, there you go. A nice little surprise for you. A nice little surprise. I just thought, I've not been on for blooming ages. Thought I'd best show a bit of willing, eh? Been doing a bit of sewing. Good afternoon, Glynis. Good afternoon, Mrs. Hi, Sarah. I've got all this ready to do. I've got some nice things. I've got my Junior set 1 to have a play with. I've been making book corners. I've just got to finish sewing them up, putting the lining in them. Finally going to finish this book. Hi, Shelley. All right. Good afternoon. I've got some more that are ready for putting the bits on. The spines are done and the covers are done. I've just got to put the middle bits in. Yes. Hi, Mo. You all right, lovely? So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag today, I think. I've got a little fair on tomorrow, so I thought I would do. Hi, Caroline. You all right? Yeah, everybody's fine. We're all good. Everybody's good. Yes, so I've got my phones on as well. Everything's a little bit behind. On my feed is a bit laggy, but that's okay. Right, I've got some cardstock there ready. So we'll just see how we get on. Hopefully we'll get to double figures. We did have a few saying that they were going to pop along this afternoon, so let's hope it is true. I'm not sure which one of these two I'm using yet. Hi, Connie. You all right, lovely? I'm not quite sure which one of the two books I'll be using, but I'm going to start off just with some brown craft card for the cover. It's not very heavyweight. It's a little bit flippy flappy, but that's okay. We don't mind that. So I'm going to do some inner pages. And I'm going to use this one, the nice little sort of fold up flappy bit. So we've got 7A, let's put that one, that one, that one, that one. There we go. I think I've got all the pages there, maybe not. Yes, so we'll have a little play. Let's have a little play. We've got to 10 figures. double figures, that's very exciting. Yeah, so I'm just going to make a little flippy flap. It's not complicated at all, Connie. You'll be able to make one yourself soon, lovely lady. Hiya, Jill. Nope, it's not complicated. Nice and easy, this one. Haha, she says. So all I'm going to do is just draw around the outside of my template. So I think it's probably around maybe a 170, maybe 200 GSM cardstock. Maybe. Just draw in the little score lines. I'll try and I'll sharpen my pencil as well. So how are we all doing? I hope this weather's calmed down for most of you. I know it's been blooming awful this week with that wind. I really don't like the wind. So this is the Journal Juniors Set 1 Mo. Journal Juniors Template Set 1. Yes. Oh God. Yes, I'll just sharpen my little pencil. That's a bit better. Okay, and then let's just cut this out and try and make sure I'm not using... Oh, that was nearly a catastrophe. Try not to use my sewing scissors. I better move them away or I'll get done. Don't be using my sewing scissors. Well, I'm glad you're here, Jill. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat the small stuff, Jill. It's just nice to have you here. I was very frustrated yesterday because I was trying to watch Slow Horses on my Apple TV app thingy. Well, I was trying to watch it on my tablet, and now my tablet has decided it's not compatible to watch Apple TV. But I've got a little tablet, a little free one that I got with my new phone. So it plays on that, but I can actually download the app on that as well. But it's just a bit different watching it on a smaller screen. I know I could cast it to the big telly, but yeah, so I've watched series 3 of that, so I've just got the last series to catch up on, and then the new series starts, I think, in September. But then there's also the new Accountant film with Ben Affleck. That's on Amazon, I think, maybe. I think that's out yesterday. Oh gosh, yellow alert. Yeah, I think it's, we were a bit supposed to have thunderstorms, but it's been quite nice now. It's quite a nice day. Stop raining. Okay, and then I will just score all my score lines to get everything folded up, and then it'll give you an idea of what this is supposed to look like when it's all folded up. So I've got my my little parchment tool. It's a very thin little ball end to this. It's just so that the lines are quite fine, because it's a very narrow little spine, this. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, you've got electric in your brick. That's brilliant. Well, I'm hoping to sort out a new shed for me at some point soon. Got a big D-stash, got a big sale coming up a week on Sunday with Sarah John, and then we're doing another one at the end of the month as well, so hopefully clear some gubbins. Yeah, so I'm using a very thin scoring tool because it's only a small folder. I want the lines to be really, really crisp and fine, so then I can just fold everything together. I have used this one before in demos, but it's always nice to revisit them. I've got some new papers, the Codex ones and the Cabinet of Curiosities, so I thought I would use that as well. I think Laura's still got them in, some of them in stock on That's Crafty. If you go to the main menu and then look for Ciao Bella, you'll find all the collections that she's got there. Oh, you've got Ilkeston tomorrow, have you, Shelley? Oh, it was a pigging awful weekend last weekend for us. It was a good weekend sales-wise, but the weather was just atrocious. It really was. So, that's the idea of it. It's got a couple of little outer flaps there that can be folded in, and then it folds over, and the idea is that you can fasten it at the front like that, so it makes like a little self-contained little wallet, but which has little bits and pieces to it. So I thought I would do that. Well, I'll see, because depending on how the sale goes, because it's on a Sunday, I might well do a live as well at some point, maybe at the Sunday evening. I'll just yeah, I'll just try and sort some bits and pieces out and see what we've got. I know Sarah John's got lots of like hunky-dory stuff and Crafter's Companion things, more sort of card makey things and scrapbooky things, and I've got a mixture of all sorts of stuff. Oh, he does, doesn't he, Jill? I'll tell him. Jill says that you very much suit steampunk. Oh. He does. He looked very dapper, didn't he, in his waistcoat and hat? I think he should wear that all the time. I do. Because you saw the photographs.
I haven't seen the photographs yet.
Have you not? Oh, well. Oh, that's sad to hear, Sarah. Oh, somebody Chanel's cat's got run over, so that's a bit sad news. We don't want sad news today. We just want happy news, please. Very sad. Yes, he does look very... very dapper Dan, don't you? Okay, and then there's also accessories that go in the little bookletty thing. So the idea is you can put little pockets inside it, and this is like a little layered pocket. So you've got one that can go at the front, one that can go at the back. Hi Larry, how are you, lovely? Gosh, not seen you in ages. And then we've also got two different size little tags that fit in the pockets. So if I just cut everything out in the paper first, and then I can start using the different bits and pieces from the cabinet collection and the Codex collection. Yes, please. Yes, please. Just got himself a Coke and didn't share. Just thought he'd sort himself out. It's chilly night for tea anyway. I hadn't taken anything out of the freezer, but I've just had a quick scooty patootie in the fridge, and we have in fact got some mince in there. Oh, hi Margaret, don't you worry, you're here. I've only just started. I'm using Journalit template set 1, the juniors. So I'm going to do 2 of each size of the tags and 2 of each size of the pockets, and then they can go on either side. Oh, thanks pal, I have got some space there, thank you. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Right, will you fit on there? Yes. I've also just been watching Pirates of the Caribbean, only because I was listening to Classic FM Films on the radio this morning, and they played the theme to Pirates of the Caribbean. I said to Steve, I've not watched that film in ages, so I'm going to start watching them from scratch, starting with number 1, which I've probably got about 10 minutes left to watch. What?
I thought you got to the end.
No, it's about 10 minutes left, I think. Oh, that'll fit on, but I don't think I'll get another one on there. Yeah, I love that film. I also used to play the Lego games on the Wii, and that was one of my favourite ones, the Pirates of the Caribbean, as well. I've not played my Wii for ages. His dad keeps trying to plug it into his computer to play records on it, but it don't work. Every time we go up, he's just got a big pile of the cables, hasn't he?
Just randomly plugs things.
Just randomly plugs things into various appliances, hoping that they'll play music. Oh, and my mum's just forwarded a little video of my great nephew, and he's colouring in. He's colouring in a cat, so I'm very pleased that he started early. So no doubt I'll be sending him some art materials at some point.
Notice the implement he was using wasn't actually making any marks.
Oh no, I know, it was like a big chubby crayon-y type thing. It was just like a shape, wasn't it? But it wasn't doing much colouring in, was it? How can they learn to stay in the lines if they've not got a colour? So you're all doing okay? You're all very quiet today. It's very disconcerting when they're quiet. I don't like it when they're too quiet, Steve. It means they're up to mischief. Maybe the comments have been disabled. I don't think so. I know I'm a little bit behind on the time lag. I was speaking to Jill earlier. I said, oh, I don't know what to do for this afternoon. And she said, what about you using some of your new dyes? Nah. What about your new stamps? Nah. But then I thought, well, I definitely want to use the Ciao papers. So what can I use that's sort of small and easy to put together? Good. Oh, how rude, Jill's got kicked out. Sue's busy sewing. Caroline's tidying. Oh, this is easy. It's easy, Connie. Glynis has been gardening, nice. And Jill's making, Jackie's making cheese sauce. Oh, it's only that Stamperia stuff, Glynis. Don't get too excited. I got some of the that frame die that I've used about 1 million times already because I really like it. And I got some of the floral stamps. But then I did borrow Jill's dies, the floral dies, for that little house thing that I made in the week, that one. I really like these. Those ones. Yeah, I've just got a lot on, Sarah, so it's I've got to sort of prioritise things, really. I usually have my fat club on a Monday night, and it's just a bit of a rush, and it gets quite a bit exhausting coming up with different ideas every week as well. So I just thought I'd take a little bit of a refocus, a little back step. They are. All you do, Connie, honestly, you just draw around them, and I'm going to show you how to put the pockets together, because they're really quite quick. I mean, the biggest chore, the biggest headache is just drawing around everything and cutting them out. But it's just easy, and you can put as many bits and pieces in it as you want. Hi Delcy, alright lovely. I think that's spare. No, see, I've even put a little pin in that at the minute, Caroline, just because I have got quite a little bit on. So we're sort of going to try and focus on more online workshops and things. I mean, my fair at the uni comes to an end in a couple of weeks. It's the end of term, so that's not back till October. I've got an event this Saturday in Leigh at the somewhere called Spinner's Mill. So that's a little, it's like a centenary event. But other than that, I'm just having to just refocus a little bit. Oh, tell me about it, Sue. Where to put your templates? I had one space for them, but then I set fire to some of them, so Steve's laughing. So I had to move them. Yeah, 2 of them did melt a little bit. So I will, yeah. So I do need to sort a little folder out for them. I have them all hanging up, but they're all in different places. I know, it's a shame, isn't it? So I'm using Journal It Junior Set 1, Delcy. Mo's lost me. I'm still here. Oh, generally, I know. But, you know what I was looking for? I'd made some little fabric brooches, some little embroidered ones. And I knew I had a box of them, and I found them that I'd half finished. And then I lost it again, and I was like, I don't know what I've done with it. Honestly, I don't know what I've done with it. Anyway, I spent most of yesterday going through and tidying everywhere. I've tidied so much stuff, and I found them. So I've just got to finish them off.
Sound amazed.
What? That I found them?
That you tidied up and...
I did tidy up and find them, yeah. So they're like little fabric patchworky badges, brooches. I just need to finish the little legs off. There's one that I've finished. It's like a little cat, but he has string whiskers. So I'm going to do that with the bird's legs. So I've done the brooch back on them. So I've got some finished, and that's a little rabbit with his little rabbit. Look at that, with his little rabbit whiskers and its little brooch. But yeah, so I found that box with loads that I've done that I just need to finish off for my market. So that's very exciting. And it was just at the side of me. Oh, purple fabric for bloomers. Oh, I'm on delay myself, Mo, so don't worry about it. Yeah, he did, Caroline. He was making fun of me. He's very rude. He can get lost. Yeah, it was because I filed it away somewhere and then I didn't know where I've put it. He's very naughty. He's very naughty. Anyway, right. The Genius one. That's very funny. Yeah, we'll just call them that, shall we? And then all I'm going to do is just fold in these little flaps for my pockets, but I'm not going to stick them on yet because I want to start decorating them. So that's pocket 1, and then that's pocket 2. And my paper, it's got like a dark side and a light side. I always like for the dark side to be on the outside. So yeah, try and use a scoring tool and not just wing it like I've done. So that's the big pocket, that's the little pocket. So I've got 2 of each of these so they can go on either side of my pages on my little folder. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, I've watched quite a few films as well this week. I've got Steve into watching Department Q now, so they've watched the first episode. So I hope they make more of them, because that Matthew Good is such a good actor. There we go. Right, so the tags you can either do a single fold, or I always like to do a little double fold, and then you've got extra little bits and pieces for the inside. So I can put all my little templates away. Let's get them back in the right thing. I don't know why it says 7 on it. I don't know whether this was me prototype one. There might have been 7 lots in that first one. Probably. I think that's probably is, yes. Oh no, Caroline, no. I had it on. John had it on in background last week, and it sounded truly, truly awful. So I was like, no, I couldn't watch it. It sounded dreadful. And it had a really good cast, didn't it? But no, I've not got into that. I'd rather just watch stuff on my tablet. I don't normally watch main telly now. Okay, right, so I'm going to start decorating it. And the easiest thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my ruler and I'm going to start measuring the size of paper that I'm going to use for each page. So this one, and I always like to leave a little bit of a border around it, so it's 2.5 inches by 4 inches, so that'll be the same for that one, and the same for that one, and the same for the back. So 2.5 by 4, 2.5 by 4, 2.5 by 4. So I've got 6 of those sizes to do. And then I've also got some that will be 2.5 by 1.5. So I'll have 4 of those to do. And it's just when I cut my paper, I know where I am with the measurements. So that one is going to be, that's going to be another 4 one, but I'll have to cut the sides off that, and that's going to be 1 1/4. 4 by 1 1/4. Oh yeah, I like Chelsea Detective. It used to be on that Acorn TV, but I think it's on was it Acorn on Prime? But I think they've moved that as well now. Well, I've got my nephew's Disney, I've got my own Netflix, I've got my own Apple TV. Steve didn't know I'd got that, but I did, because I was watching Slow Horses before he was. So I've got their measurements, or those measurements, if we've got our correct pronunciation. And that's 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Yeah, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, but it's slightly over, so I just put a little plus sign so I know to add a little bit extra on it. So I need to do 4 for that one, 4 for that one. And let's get the measurements for this. 2 1/4 by 2.5 plus, well, 2 and 2, 4, 5/8. And then just my pockets to do. So if I get all this bit out of the way, then it's easy for me to start cutting and finding 1 3/4. Oh, yeah, that you. I watched that as well. But Broken Mud Mysteries, I'm not sure if the new series has started yet on that. 2.5. Okay, right, we're done. Let's get some papers. Let's get some backgrounds. So with this, don't forget, shiny pages, you need to coat it with a bit of varnish, either matte or shiny varnish gloss, whichever you want, because it does scratch off. Of course that one doesn't scratch off now I've said it. Oh no, that one's not too bad. Some of the ones they scratch off. But there's all sorts of little pockets and things that you can use here as well, that you don't just have to stick with what there is. Now, I know I definitely won't use most of this. I won't use that. So, if I just... Oh, that's torn it. Oh, I've torn something off the front page as well. Oh, and that was a nice little tag. Not to worry. Not to worry. I might use that on something, so I won't spoil that one. Shift that there. And I know I won't use that one, or the little things around it, so I can use these for the main bits and then add to it. Okay, so for the main pages, and because it's quite thick this, because it's more or less like the cover piece, it's got a really good weight to it. I'm going to add these to the outside and the inside, and then it'll give this a little bit more strength as well. So let's get my little chopper and cut these down. And I'll put the links up to everything once I've finished the project. So I need 6 of this size. And it's just a matter of putting all your bits of paper on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi Bev, you alright lovely? 2.5 by 4. Okay. So these will then go on these little sections. Now I know there's a little bit scrabbly at the bottom there. I'm okay with that because I've got some pockets that will go over the top of them. Now, I was just looking for my blending tools so I can distress them a little bit. And I do know where they are because I've got everything tidied up. Oops, that was just me iron going on floor. Right. Okay, I'll just get my little blending tool out. I've put all them away in a little box. I can distress the edges of it, and then I just need to find my inks. La 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 la. It's good when you're a bit tidy. Okay, I'm going to get my VersaFine Clair out. And I'm going to go with the Fallen Leaves with that one. It's not as red as the other one. This one, Pine Cone, it's just a little bit too red for my liking at the minute, so I've swapped it over to the other one. There we go. So let's get some of these inked up and put together. See, they're more of a brown than a red brown, which the other one sort of is. But this cardstock is thicker than the actual cover, so it is quite good to have it a little bit weightier. I just love that sound of that being inked around the edge. It gives me great pleasure. Is it an ASMR? Is that what they're called? Hi, Carol. We've got a few dipped in and out today. It's just nice to be back live. I've not done it for ages, have I? Okay, let's get some glue going. Right, let's get me pokey tool in my glue. I've just found myself a little pattern for doing some book pin cushions. So I'm going to try and have a go at that. I'll see if I make one tonight. I might not. I'm not desperate for them, but I have found a nice pattern for one. My glue's gunged up now as well. Oh, typical. Come on, glue. Oh, there's a little bit there that I can't get out. There it is. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Oh, that was really naughty. Right, come on now then. Oh, come on, glue. Don't be messing about. That's better. Oh, that's so frustrating. I can't get the lid off it either. There's always some technical issues, isn't there? I just think it's hard, Sarah, just keeping up the momentum of it, you know, the lives that we do. It is a lot of hard work and prep. Oh, that's not coming off. Oh, I'm going to use a different glue. I'm going to use a different glue because I can't get the lid off that, so I'll decant it into my other thing. Oh, yeah, it was a glue satisfaction until it wasn't glue satisfaction. So I'm just using my my beacon at the minute. I'll get the lid off that's crafty one and decant it into a different tub, and then I can use it for my book covers. It's my own fault because I've not had the lid back on it. So I think I'm going to use that for the cover because it's got a nice little feature on that one. And oh, did you hear it plop out, that little plug thing? Okay, so I'm trying to keep the rough bit down at the bottom because that's going to be hidden. Maybe by a pocket. That'll be hidden by some extra little bits as well. There we go. I know it's a big bottle, that one. There we go. Right, so just got to work out which is going to be the front bit. So that is going to be my front. The one in the middle, so that's the bit I'm going to put my little feature bit on. Not sure which way up it's supposed to go, that one. I think maybe that way. And then the other two. But it's nice that you've actually got I mean, you probably won't want to use every bit of the embellishment bit in these cut apart pads if you have them. So there are going to be bigger pages that you can cut down to cover your journals or for some of your bigger pages. I know some of the collections you've got the 12 by 12 papers as well with the backgrounds and the pictures. But just to start out with, these mixed media pads are lovely, the junk journal pads. I just love them, I think they're fab. So it feels really substantial now I've got those extra pages on. So I'm just going to cut these extra little flappy bits. I've still got some card left in this. So I need 4 that are 2.5 by 1.5. And I also want one that's 4 as well. Hi Karen, you alright lovely? I finally had a rendezvous with Karen, didn't we? It was very lovely. Let's just double check that 1.25. I'm not convinced. Oh, it is 1.25. So I need 2 of them. And then I need 2.5. Well, let's do 2.5 there. By 1.5. Two and a half by 1.5. Yeah, you need to start putting, no, I'm just as bad though, but you need to start putting some of your makes up in the group, you know, to show us what you've done. I'm guilty of that as well, but you know, if you do use the templates and make something, it's always nice to see what you've done. Okay, right, so I need to round the corner on that one, and it's quite a big round corner that, so I think I'm going to go with the 10mm corner, but just to try it I'm going to put up scrap paper in first. Oh yeah, that's lovely. I do like this corner rounder because it does have the 3 sides to it. With the different size little corners, because I broke my corner chomper, my Memory Keepers one. But I like a rounded corner, I do. I just think it just finishes it off, doesn't it, really? So I think there's a new, Jill's saying there's a new Stamperia collection coming out next week. I'm not sure, I think it's a Venice themed one, but I'm not sure about it because it's going to be blue again. I don't particularly want to see another blue collection. That's why I like the Ciao, to be honest. See, that's not too bad there. That's okay. It's probably too wide now, that. But I think it looks okay. Gives it more definition, doesn't it? And what I like about these papers is that they're not in any particular direction. so you can put them any which way up when you're sticking them on. Yeah, that Arden one. It's, yeah, I'm a bit I have to say I'm a bit disappointed with the new stuff. I just think they could have gone in a different direction. Some of the dyes I don't think are necessary. I thought they might have come out with another paper collection or a different colourway on the original paper collection. Because I was really excited about that first release with the paper pads and stuff and some of the little bits and pieces that go with it, but I'm not keen on the new bits, and it's a shame because, you know, I wanted to try and get behind it. Okay, so this one just needs a little angle putting on it. So if I line it up where it needs to sit and then pop a little pencil mark there and there, I now just need to cut a diagonal line from that point to that point, and then hopefully that will fit where it's supposed to fit. And if I do that with the other one, then everything should line up nicely. Bum, 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 ba-dum. But the book cover, do you mean, Glynis? Oh, with the frame on it. Let's have a look. That one. Yeah, I'm actually just trying to finish it now and put the pages in it. That's what I did for the That's Crafty Live. But I liked that. That's a Stamperia then, wasn't it? It was Stamperia, not Arden. I'll have to look back at which one I've done for the Arden, Glynis. I cannot remember, lady. And why aren't you sticking down? I'll finish that later. I can't remember which one was the Arden one. Glynis. You'll have to find it for me and remind me. That's the problem, you see. I make that much stuff, I can't remember what I've used. I do need a little notebook. Oh, that great, yeah, the first collection, yeah. But it would have been quite nice, you know, to bring out a different colourway. Because I don't get the word dyes and that, because other people do word dyes. I thought they were going to be a little bit different. But apparently there's other designers that are coming on board with it soon anyway, so we might well see different bits and pieces. Right, that can be stuck on there. I have got my door open with this glue because it is a little bit stinky. I know, Shelley, I just, you know, I might just have to go and buy one from stationery shop, you know, to put my notes in. I just don't know who does them. Oh, Steve was so excited though, bless him, on Saturday because somebody bought his big Doctor Who book. I had to put it obviously in the pride of place, but this lad came round about 3 or 4 times looking for it before he actually bought it. He was so pleased. I said, yeah, you need to make another 10 of them. There we go. So that is the start of our little book. And I'm not sure on the closure yet. I usually do something with string and just tie around it. I know he did really well, didn't he? Okay, so that's the main cover done. See, that wasn't too painful, was it, Connie? That was quite nice one, that one. And it's all the exciting bits, he's adding all the little detailed stuff. Okay, so I can put that to one side, and then let's find some other bits and pieces now that we can cover our pockets with. So if we can get them in place, and I think I'll try and find some different to that background paper. So I have got the other, oh that's nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, I like that one, because I won't use that page either. There we go. Gosh, aren't I being brave, just tearing things up? Okay, so I need two that are 2.5 by 2.5. So let's get that one cut first. Da, 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 da. One 2.5 by 2.5. I've got one that's 2.5 by 1 3/4. So that's that one. I've not got quite enough on that. But let's see the other sizes. 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. No, I don't want to do that size. Okay, forget that, because I don't want to do the tags yet. I'm going to do them differently. 2.5 by 2.5, and then 2.5 by 1 3/4. I got very excited with myself then. Racing ahead, wasn't I? Racing ahead. Thanks, Mo. Oh, Mo, you have got a little bit of a lag there, because I have to try and think, what have I just shown you? That was from me live on Tuesday morning on That's Crafty. It's now on That's Crafty YouTube channel as well. I have uploaded it to that. Okay, so these can be stuck on. I have got me That's Crafty glue in the basket ready to buy for next week, but for now I'll just have to make do with this one. And I'm not particularly bothered which way up this paper goes. It'll all mixy-matchy. Oh, oh, these predictive texts are great, aren't they, Jackie? Oh, they're quite. I'm not keen on that. That's not big enough, is it? That's not big enough. Let's take that off before it dries, and let's measure another piece. Right, it was nowhere near 2.5. That it was 2 3/4 by 2 3/8 by 2 7/8. So I was nowhere near that on that measurement, but I will not waste that, don't you worry. Two 3/4 by 2 7/8. Yeah, I can get 2 out of that one. I don't know what I've done there with that measurement, but never mind. Got glue stuck to everything now. Get off. It always makes me laugh on these. Sometimes I see these little TikTok videos. There's a few that do these lovely journal pages and that, and they've got a little candle and they've got like a little box in front of them, and it all looks so lovely and neat and everything's planned out. I don't think in a million years I'd ever be planned enough to do something like that. It's always carnage at the side of my desk. At the side here, you don't even want to look at it. Yeah, what you probably don't see is the washing that's just behind them. See, that won't fit now. That won't fit now. I'll have to cut a bit off of that. It's like I've never used a ruler before, isn't it? They don't have cat action, Glynis, you're right. But I think the key to the naughty behaviour is actually giving them the tea first. See, the 3 o'clock show is always a little bit early for them, whereas a 4 o'clock show, they've had the tea by then, so they've gone comatose. And Waffle at the minute is now in a box on the windowsill, so that's him out of the way. Right, okay, so I don't know why I've not measured that right, honestly. Okay, so you need to be there, and you need a little schmithering coming off. Oh, that's good, Jackie. Yeah, you need to have a little bit of time for yourself, don't you? Well, I'm very pleased with myself. I've actually cleared under my table as well. I can actually put my legs under the table, which I couldn't do for a while. Oh, that's just so not. It's just so not even. I'm not even bothered. All right. Speak to you later, Connie. Okay, so these now can be stuck in place. So the idea is they're like a layered set of pockets and tags. So you just need to make sure that they sit inside your score lines here. So where you've got your little crease lines, just make sure that you don't stick them over. So if you need to refold it a little bit, do that. Do that. So let's get my little scoring tool. I'm just going to bring that little pocket in a little bit more. That's it. It also means that that paper looks like it fits where it should do now. So that should just sit now inside that score line. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue along the 3 flaps at the back. I'm going to try not to put loads of glue. Oh, so have you been watching Race Across the World? How exciting. Last one next week. Very excited for watching that. And bless her, I'm very proud of that little Welsh girl, because she's overcome all her fears, hasn't she, about talking to people and the crowds and stuff. I mean, it just looked madness, didn't it? Getting all the trains and that. So again, I might just take a little smidgen off that fold line there, bring it in a little bit, just so that it sits inside. So that's what I mean by having a nice sharp crease when you make these things. There we go. So I've got one there, and then one on this side. Make sure that's nice and even. And then the smaller pockets then go and sit over the top of these bigger pockets. So you've got like a little double loader there. So that's quite sweet. So again, a little bit of my glue. Put that one on there. And then what I'm just going to do, just to hold that, I've got some of my little clips. Just my little sewing clips, just to hold that down just while it all sticks together. I have got a jar of other clips somewhere, but they're on the other side of the table. So that one and that one. Make sure that fits over the top and it doesn't overhang. We're good with that one. And I've got myself, they've just come today, 4 new really useful boxes that are lovely and empty at the minute, so I can sort a few more bits and pieces out. But I do like a nice empty storage box. It's just, there's something very lovely about having an empty one that you can start filling up. Yeah, it's all starting to work together. I mean, what I could have done was have that one on there, but I just quite like the different tones of those browns on this. So then that just helps that stick down. Okay, so put that to one side, and I'm going to get these measurements for these. So try and find some more papers. So what have I used there? What is it that I've used? The Cabinet of Curiosities, this one, isn't it? So I've not had to use the Codex one yet. Okay, let's have a scooty patooty. Right. Well, I don't think I'll make this pocket up, so I'm going to use that image for one of my tags. And that should just fit on there. And then I've got that one. Should be able to get out of that one. So 2 1/4 by 2 5/8. So that's why, I know it was a bit of a mither measuring everything to start with, but it just means now I know what my measurements are and I can just crack on with decorating the pages. I'm not having to start all the time to look at what my measurements are going to be. So 2 1/4, 3 3/4. Yeah, mine is the 9 litre one, so they're a nice size. 2 1/4, right, okay. I want most of that stamp thing there. And then it was just over 3 3/4 for that, nicely. and then I just need to snip my little corners off. That'll do. Are they made in Yorkshire? Oh, well, I don't know if I'd have got them then if I'd have known that, Clinics. Anyway, we need to try and find a venue for our rendezvous, don't we? Oh, see, a factory shop of storage units, storage boxes. Lovely. Oh, that sounds fabulous. Yes, I do like a nice stack of boxes, and I do have several stacks of boxes. There we go, so that'll fit on that one. So the thing with this is that we don't have to worry too much about building it up because it's quite a flat piece, you know, so don't worry about having to layer things. So that's why I like these papers, because they're collaged for you before you do anything anyway, so you don't have to do the layering. But I'll tell you what I did see somebody doing on YouTube, which I really liked. They used a laminator to start doing covers with, but using little pieces of embellishments inside the piece, and then laminated it so it was like a clear cover for a journal or clear pages, but with all little bits and pieces in. So that might have to be a little go at some point. A fabric shop in Dewsbury, I could do that. You know, I'm always short of fabric, you know me, never have enough. And then the idea is that should fit in your little pocket, and if it doesn't, I'll cry. It does. It just sticks out a bit, but I'm okay with that, because that's the idea of that, because they stick down and they flip round, so you've got like a little bit of a bubbly up bit, which is how I like them. If you wanted to make sure it sits completely inside the pocket, just chop a little bit off the bottom. But to be honest, I've done it so that it does just come above the top, because that's how I like it. So I need to find some more images that will fit on there. And I did have a little bit left of that other piece, didn't I? That I don't know where it is. There it is. So that should be 2 1/4 and 2 5/8. Okay. Let's hope I can get that bit. 2 1/4 by 2 5/8. 2 5. Right, well, I want the stamp, so I'll bring you down there, and then bring you down there. So again, let's put it the right way up. So again, they just need the little corners chopping off. One like that. So I'm just trying to position the angle of my blade on my scissors to match the angle of the tag. Like that, just like that. No measuring, just do it. La 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 la. Oops. And then it's up to you if you put paper on all of it or leave the middle bit so you can do a bit of journaling. So what I'm going to do on the back of this is actually use some of the other papers that I used on the pockets. So let's get you. So that's 2 1/4 by 2 5/8. Two pieces for that one, and then I want 2 for this one. 3 3/4, so it's just over 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. 1, 2. So this bit should be quite quick to put everything together. Bum, 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 bum. And then I need one for the front of the other 2 bits. Okay, so one for the back of this one. Let's just get the little corners done. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the corners done. That'll be stuck on there. It's a bit like the Collal glue, this. It's that Beaker and Fabri-Tac, but it is a bit like the Collal photo glue. It's a little bit spready. Where's the other tag that's in the pocket? Come on out. Thank you, Mo. It's all coming together nicely, isn't it? Because half the time it's working out what surface you want to put your papers on. So with the templates, you've got the first part of it already sorted for you, haven't you? So then all you have to do is decide what papers to use. Yep, it's all coming together. I've got the door flap open on the gazebo, so I've got the sides up because obviously the rain's been pigging awful. But if I think about it with my eyes closed, I can also almost imagine it's like the waves lapping up against the beach when it opens and closes. Oh, tell them to stop messaging you, Jackie. Tell them it's your time at the minute. I would quite like to be sat on a beach at the minute with the waves lapping up. It's not overrated. If I really want a bit of wanderlust, I always watch Shirley Valentine and that gives me a little bit of satisfaction, just seeing her sitting on the sea's edge. I found this word game app as well. I downloaded it last night on my little tablet. So it's like they give you letters and you've got to make so many words up using those letters. But for each round, they've got like an image of a really lovely, beautiful place in the UK, in the world. So it might be Mount Fuji was one of them, or they've got somewhere else, and so you've got that in the background with some really nice serene music playing. It's quite nice, and you can't beat Filey or Morecambe Bay. But yeah, I do like this little app. It's not got on my nerves so far, because sometimes I just get fed up of doing them, like these mystery room ones where you have to solve 1,000 puzzles to get out the door. I do quite like them, but I've got to be in the right frame of mind, and I've got to have nothing on the next day, because I can be sat there for hours doing them. Right, so I'm going to mix and match, because that matches that. I'm going to put that in the opposite corner pocket. Well, I tell you what, one of my people that I follow on YouTube, they went to Bruges and they just said it was majestic, but if it's in July it might be really, really busy and very, very touristy. But they said it's absolutely breathtaking. Prague as well apparently is very good. I've never been. Rome will be very, very busy. I know my sister went there last year, but she did say it was particularly busy. We want to go back to, where do we want to go back to, Steve? Granada in Spain.
Some of the work's gone there.
Really? Because we went to the Alhambra, didn't we? That was lovely. So yeah, Florence. Yeah, that sounds good. My nephew's tour, their last tour dates, they've got an extension on it. The last dates are in Milan for Christmas, so I quite fancy that. Popping over to Milan and seeing that. Yeah, that's the thing, it's the heat as well. But I do really quite fancy Prague. And I do want to see Bruges as well. Right, so I need to find something to go on the front of that and something to go on the front of that. But so far, see, we're starting to just build it up slowly but surely. And I do like that little tag sticking up. I like things like that have little quirky bits to it. I do like it. I like it a lot. Right, so let's continue on the search. See, I'm not keen on them. I'll find something to do with that. It'll go in a scrap bag, probably for Sarah John Allen. Right, so let's have another Scooty Patootie. Okay, so we've got the possibilities here now. So I've got that one. Yes, please, and thank you. So that's off the front cover. Nice. And then a little one. So I don't like that eye, but I like that little stamp thing at the bottom. But it's not got much else going for that bit. Budapest, okay. Now we'll have to do a top 10 places. Well, I've got a chance of going to India in December. Obviously, it's going to absolutely depend on me winning the blooming lottery, but that would be marvellous. See, these are lovely backgrounds on here. But I want something that's more taggy. I have used a lot of this pad. Right, I'm going to use that cover. It'd be fine. Yeah, that'll do. We'll use that cover. Okay, so let's cut this bit out. Wales. Well, there's nothing wrong with Wales. We were just talking about that with my friend the other day. I like Carnarvon. Obviously Steve's from Wales, so we've got to give it a little bit of love, haven't we, Steve?
Cardiff more accurately.
Huh?
Cardiff more accurately.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to use that bottom tag because I'm not going to use it for anything else. I don't like the eye, so I'm not going to use it. There, right, okay. Let's get those two. See, they're really thick. Very thick, those. Right, 2 1/4. So let's just cut some little bits off there. And 3 3/4 and a bit. There we go. There's some beautiful beaches in Morecambe, Mo. You're not kidding. Beautiful little Heysham. There's like Heysham Head where the graves are. There's a lovely little cove there. The only problem is just behind you is the power station. So that's the only downside to that. Okay, right. I'm just finding the little corners for this. Right, and then cut that off at the bottom. There we go. I mean, the beach at the bottom near us, it's a little bit more muddy than it used to be, just because of the way that they've done the sea defences now. But it used to be so sandy. Really, really lovely flat sand. It's good for the dog though. He likes running about on it. I've not been down on beach for ages. So that's that one, and I'm going to leave the inside for some journaling, and then just let's get this little one done. So that's 2 1/4, so I want to keep that little stamp by 2 5/8. Right, so 2 1/4. And 2 5/8. There we go. And I have hammered these books, I have to say. I've used them on lots of journal covers for my market, and I've still got absolutely tons left. I know, but I don't get a chance. It's quite, there's like little slopey bits and that, and I'm just really unsteady on my feet, Glynis, at the minute, till my knee's done. I know, I'm terrible. We don't go out to the beach very often at all to walk along it, do we, really? We used to, but we just don't. I think that's the problem when you live near these things. You never do anything. But we will, because that'll have to be part of me recovery, is walking along the prom. Okay, alright, so my little tags are done. So that one can go in there. That's quite a nice little one, and then that big dobber can go in the back. Are you starting tea? Yeah. Yay! You sure? Oh, okay. You cycled along it, bloody heck. I've still not got my date. See, that fits inside there. I don't know why that doesn't then. Oh, it does, because I've not pushed it in far enough. But I quite liked it sticking up. But it will actually fit in as well. Just didn't push it in. Yeah, that bloody dog out there. Right, so there my little pockets filled. Oh, I like that. So it's getting chunkier and chunkier. So I don't need to do much more. I just want to do something that's that flap. So let's see what we've got in our little selection here. Yeah, and one of them, I don't even think it had sticky on it. It wasn't even a sticker, because these should be sticky sheets. That one is. I'm quite liking that little bell jar. So let's cut that little beauty out, and it's easy to cut round that because it's a straightforward shape. 25 years ago. You're funny. I don't have a date yet, Jackie, because when I went, my flipping blood sugars were just too high. Their limit is 69 and my blood sugar was at 69. So I'm very, very annoyed. So they've referred me back to the GP. So I'm actually getting my bloods tested next week and seeing the nurse. And I think I know, because I've obviously been on my Slimming World, so I've lost weight, but I think it's because I've been having those hi-fi bars, which are chocolate on them. So even though they're low calorie, they're not low sugar. And I was in a habit of eating lots and lots of apples, so I just had to rethink what I was doing. So I'm hoping by next week now they have come right down. Yeah, so hopefully, because I've got to get my bloods tested next week and then another month's time, and then hopefully everything will be back sorted again. So I need to just put this on some, I'm going to put that on that's too dark. I've got some cream card here. Let's see if you work. Oh, that's a bit nicer. So I've got a little bit of cream card there. So I could have put it straight on the background, but I'd have lost that beautiful imagery on the inside. So these are just little stickers, sticky stickers. I don't often use a sticker, but I might as well use up the book. That little top's a bit crap, but never mind. La 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 la. Time we on anyway, gang? 5:30, we're nearly finished. Poor Steve's probably thought he's had his throat cut, that's why he started tea. I'll go and finish it in a minute. I've got that a big yellow pepper, Steve, to use as well. No, the big yellow in the chilli, yeah. He hates using peppers. I think it'd be tasty, mate. See, I like that. So that can be under there. And then I'm going to put something over this. Yeah, I like that. I quite like that on the front, actually. See, I'm torn now. No, I'm going to keep it on the inside. Oh, nice. Jackie's having lasagna, Steve. That's a bit posh, isn't it? We've not had lasagna for ages. I've made my salmon pate though, that's in the fridge chilling. I'm hoping to do another one early next week as well, but I've got that nicely. Right, so I've got my little bell jar there. Let's see what else we've got that we can use in here. So I quite like the little stamps. See, loads of lovely papers, because some of the pages that I had tags and stuff on them as well. I quite like those. Just talk amongst yourselves while I just peruse the book. La 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 la. Okay, I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use one of these little things here. And I've still got some bits and pieces on here as well that I may well come back to. Oh, see, I like... no, I want that big one. Just ignore me while I'm talking to myself. Okay. And then I'm going to mount this. It's nice, isn't it, going through the pages? I'm going to mount this on some card. And I'm going to go with brown, a thicker brown card with this. So I thought I would stick that over there as well. But what I'm also gonna do, I like that on there. So I'm gonna stick this to the bottom bit. So where it overhangs, I don't want to mess with magnets and that today. So to keep that flap down, I'm going to stick this to this base here. So then that will just flip up and that will flip down. So rather than doing that over the top, well, I could do it at the top, but I quite like it being stuck to the bottom bit. Oh, a quarter of a spoonful of cinnamon. Oh, okay, but you don't put it on a bun or anything, Mo? No? You can't do that, can you now? Roll out some pastry and make some cinnamon buns every morning. No, I'm not allowed to do that. But I could probably try that. I do like a bit of... What do you think? A top flap or a bottom flap open? I'll give you a little bit of time for you to decide before I stick it down. I'll just ink the edges first, but decide top or bottom flap to open. Oh, no, we don't have mushrooms in it. No, I'll save that for curry. No, but use that. Don't use a green pepper, though. I don't like green pepper.
I've done the yellow pepper. Do
the yellow one, yeah. Thanks, pal. So what's bottom to top... Right, so top flap to open or the bottom flap to open? So stick it to the top and leave it like that so that the bottom comes down. See, you're all arguing. Stick it to the bottom. I'm going to stick it to the bottom. I'm just sorry, Glynis. Sorry. I'm sticking it to the bottom. Sorry. Sorry, I am. Done it now. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Right, so if I stick it where I can see the glue, there. I mean, it holds it down a bit, but it's fine because it's all going to be folded together. But it gives a little bit of a, ooh, what's that? So then that'll come down and I can put something on that bit. Maybe one of these little jobbers. There we go, that can go on the inside. Stick them in, yeah, well if you've got some ready roll pastry, some rough pastry, just roll it out with a little bit of low fat or sweetener and a little bit of cinnamon, and then roll it up and cut it into little slices and put in your little pans and bake it. I don't think they'll be very high in calories because you're doing it yourself, aren't you? And it won't have tons and tons of butter that you would normally get in a shop bought one. Oh, I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I love paprika. Paprika always goes in my pâté. My salmon pâté. Right, so that can go over the top of that. I like that. So that will then vaguely hold that down. Oh no, oh dear. Yeah, pastry's not that bad. That's not good, Jackie. Yeah, I don't mind that being a bit flappy. It hides that bottle and then you go, ooh, like that. So I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to finish off the little bits and pieces now. So let's see what we've got there. I've got some little tags here. So let's just cut one of them out. So I'm just doing all the little messy bits now just to finish it off. I'll try and do a reel with this, opening it up and showing you all the pages to some jaunty music. I usually have to do that with the cooker. And I've got that stupid thing that goes round my neck to put my phone on. So I just thought I'd just do some like little bits and pieces that are just stuck in between and around, just to finish these little bits off. I'm just seeing what's on some of my leftover pieces of paper behind here. I'm not putting any bugs on it. You alright, mate? Hello, Pancake. Did he have his tea?
Who's that?
Pancake Wheeler. Alright, Delcy, catch up with you soon, lovely.
Yeah.
He's had his tea, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, they're just a bit cheeky then, aren't they? There, I've got a little stamp. I don't think I've got any little stamps. No, but I'm going to cut that little stamp out. Oh, Mo, you're so funny, lovely. Because you're so far behind, you've just, in the midst of lots of different conversations, all I've got is bottom. Bottom. You'll have to wait a minute, Pancake. let's stick that on. Nope, some white card. There we go. So I've got a little stamp that can go on there. See, I just want to do a little bit of collaging just to fill that space up. I quite like that. And I'm not bothered there's nothing on that because that has the detail in the middle anyway. So I'm happy with the inside. I like that little ensemblage. So now I just need to concentrate on doing a little bit of bits and pieces on the front and then finish that bit off. So if we open it out that way, I just want to add a few little odds and ends to this, which includes another little stamp. Oh dear, I've cut through my paper. Clown, just be careful not cutting through, because I've cut through that now. See, I've cut through that, naughty girl. Right, so I've got one stamp there. I do like Dream On Little Dreamer, so that can come out. That one can come out. Let's moth it. Okay, right, so just cut around my little moth. I'm going to make it more of a butterfly than a moth. I'm not bothered about his antennae are going to come off because I'm not mithering with little dobby bits. I'll draw them in pen because it's just going to get too crazy trying to cut tiny little wafer thin antenna out. Okay, so I'm just going to start layering my little ensemblages up with these little sticky bits. Again, that's going to go on the white so it shows up. It's beautiful, the imagery. Ooh, that nearly went on the floor. Right, so I've got a little bit of that there. I've got this little Dream On Little Dreamer, which is sweet as anything. Right, little dreamer at the bottom. It does smell nice. Tea's coming along nicely, Mr. Reeler. Sticky hands, sticky hands. There we go. So I've got that little Dream On, can go on that bit there. Dream On Little Dreamer. Oh, that's coming along nicely. Right, last little skirchy through to see what else we can use. So all I've used the Cabinet Curiosities for this one. I've not even gone into the Codex one yet, which is fine. And I think maybe a couple of little tickets might be the ticket. I like the way they've even got a coffee stain on one of these stickers as well. Let's have a look what's on that page of stickers. I've not gone to that one. See, they're quite massively big, but they're quite nice for journaling. Yes. Yeah, so just remember when you're doing these stickers, even though they've got a background colour on them, they're still quite a little bit transparent, so you may still have to stick something behind them. Just have a look before you stick it on, just to peel the back off. So even though they've got that background colour, they're still fairly transparent, so you are better off sticking them on something else first, so that you can actually see that colour. Alright, thanks Shelley, I'll see you later, lady. And the fact you can actually reposition them as well, which I like. So we're almost there. I've just got the little cover. Oh, Sugary Timbers, that's torn it. Oh, well, that might be quite nice, having a little torn ticket. Yeah, so they do. Ow! Oh, right on the bit that I cut with my paper cut. Oh, that went right in my paper cut. Ow, that really hurt. Ow. Stop me opening that back up again. Oh, that went right through me then. Yeah, so they are quite fragile. If you try and tear them, they will tear. But I quite like the effect of that. It was a happy accident, because it does look like a little torn or folded ticket there. I quite like that. There we go. So that then, oh, you see, that then can be stuck under there, and I'll just chop the end off. Right, let's just get that folded there. I'm going to stick that under there. That's the bit that's going to come off. Nicely. A little bit of that glue. I don't know what I've done with the lid of this glue either. Oh no. It's not like I could miss it. It's a big massive lid. It'll turn up. It'll be somewhere. Right, so push that back under. There we go. That looks nice layered up, doesn't it? Okay, so what do we think of that for the cover bit? I don't quite like it like that, to be honest. I'm going to do it so that the cover goes underneath. Yeah, I like that bit better. Yeah, I like that better. Right, so what I need to do is pop a little hole, and I'm going to do it on the spine there. So I'm going to pop a little hole there and thread some string around it, and then I can tie it round that way. Or I could do it on that one. I've nearly finished, Caroline. I've nearly finished. Oh yeah, I promise you I've nearly finished. Just deciding which way to put my string on. I'll do it on that first one there. Right, okay, so pokey tool. Try and get the halfway point. There we go. A little bit of pencil. Hi Connie, you're back now, lovely. We're just coming to the end of it now. So I'll open it and show you. So little pokey hole there. I've got some string somewhere. There it is. So I've got a finer string with this, and I'm really maybe wanting to put some beads on it as well. So I've only put a little thin string through this. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that was a bit irritating, that noise, wasn't it? Right, come on, get through that hole. It's always the last bit that balks, isn't it? Right. Thread that through there. Let's get a little... Oh, thanks, Mo. You take care, lovely. I'll catch up with you soon. So a little double knot there. Tuck that in. Oh, tuck my flap in. Get in, flap. Come on. That's better. Tuck your flaps in. Tuck your flaps in. Pull that there. That there, right, okay, and then I can wind it 1, 2, 3, 4 times round, and then it gives me enough space to put some little charms on it. Don't leave your flaps out, girls. That's what you should never ever do. So I'll find some little beads. I don't want big dobby ones, I just want some small. I have got some small little charms. Get off. Get under there. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm all thumbs now, no fingers. So that eventually will tuck under that bit there and pull down, and then I'm going to put like a few beads on the end of it. But that is our little project. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. I thought that would never finish. Blimey. Right, I've got loads of little bits, so I have to tidy up. But let me just show you now on some nice white paper in the background. There we go. So that's our little lovely little book using Journal Juniors set 1. And this is the number 7 set out of that set, the 7th set of templates out of it. Journal Juniors 1. So, hurrah! It will open up, it will just tuck under. I will find some little beads, but it opens up into a nice little trifold. So we open it up. You could also cover that. I might do that and put bits and pieces on that. And it opens up. I've got 2 little tags in my little pockets. And what I'm also going to do is put a little hole in the tags just on the front page of them, and add some of this string as well, so that there is a little bit of string sticking up out the top. Then we've got that, and that's a nice little ensemblage. And then we've got that side. I can put a little bit of decoration. I might put something on the top of that. That looks like a little elephant's head, that little piece there. So I might have to cover that with a stamp or something. But there we are. So it fastens like it's like a little gatefoldy type thing. So you've got the 2 spines that meet on the outside, and then that then just spins round and closes it. So that's our little life. Thank you so much for watching. I will put the products used when I've finished it and fancied it up, and then I will put some little beads on the bottom. But there we are, our lovely little our lovely little pocket tag book. Lovely, lovely. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll catch up with you soon. Have a lovely rest of the weekend, everybody. Have fun. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.